So when it comes to training, stability is the foundation of strength. And at the end of the day, I think when we look at our training, we should see this. Our training should reflect that, because the reason we train is to kind of get better, not just in terms of our performance. We want to move better, we want to have less risk of injury, and ultimately we want to increase performance. But the latter can't happen without the first two. And I think that our biggest risk of injury is when we lose sight of that. So understanding that stability and movement are skills, I think that every time we set foot inside a gym, it's an opportunity to improve these. We need to be creating opportunities in our training program to improve the way we move and the way we stabilize our body through space. And I think that, with my strict walking lunge series, that's exactly how I see this fitting in. It's an opportunity to practice the way we move, our relationship with the ground, and ultimately to be in complete control of that 1 meter radius around us. And the sort of analogy that I use is that if we're walking down the street and someone accidentally bumps me and I fall laterally, I should know intuitively exactly where to put my foot to catch that fall, to catch that landing, and not expose myself to risk. Because the reality is, you understep and you're going to roll over and potentially laterally twist the knee. If you overstep, you're going to sort of reach and obviously take muscles to end range, which could cause an injury again. So with this is that it's understanding that I'm trying to ingrain a complete understanding of knowing exactly where to put my foot, whether it's behind me, laterally in front of me, so that I can control my center of mass and be able to produce stability from that position. And it's only through the development of stability that we can really learn to apply force. I honestly believe that we build strength from the ground up and not from the top down. And what I mean by that is, we lift heavier weights because we get stronger. We don't lift heavier weights to get stronger, in the sense that I want the body to gradually adapt to training over time so that we eventually are lifting heavy weights. We don't view it as a point as I need to lift heavy weights to get stronger. We build strength over time, right? Training is a long-term process, and we need to make sure that we're constantly refining the way we move, the way we coordinate ourselves through space, and the way we stabilize our body, right? Because without stability, not only can we not express our strength, but we also expose ourselves to injuries, right? So when it comes to running, being able to stabilize ourselves on one leg is really important, because that's happening repeatedly over and over again and under sort of increasing amounts of fatigue the longer you run, right? So fitness is not just our heart and lungs, as I touched on in the last video. It's also about the fitness of my glute med, my quads, my calf, my hamstrings, to be able to stabilize my leg upon ground contact so that I can continually run and not pick up some of these wear and tear issues. So when you're coming into your training program, making sure that you have these little windows and these little opportunities to just practice, to refine, to increase our ability to move through space. And obviously once they become easy, we challenge them. So maybe on the lunge series, we're using a weight plate overhead, or we're using an aqua bag, or we're challenging ourselves in a different way to kind of relearn that movement over and over again. Because ultimately that's what training is, right? It's practicing a skill. Once we master it, we change a variable and we have to learn that again, and then we continually do that over and over again until we are masters of our body. Because at the end of the day, that's why we train, right? We train to become more physically able, to move better, to be less likely to get hurt, and ultimately so that we can perform better in whatever it is that we choose to go down. And that's where training should be general, right? We don't want to be too specific in our training. Our training should be a supportive structure to allow us to do and express ourselves however we choose to. And that will change over time, whether that's going from 5Ks to marathons to Ironmans or whatever it be. But the common thread that runs through all of that is that we're looking after the way we move. We're constantly improving our stability and refining how we stabilize ourselves under varying exercises. And we're continually trying to push ourselves to get fitter, faster, stronger. So hopefully you found this useful. Any questions, drop them in the comments section below. But until next time, guys, have a great day.